What does the future hold for the Man of Steel and the brand new Superwoman? Well, according to the mysterious time trapper, nothing good at all. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Superman issue number 20 and find out what happens next together, shall we? So then, picking up directly from where the last issue left off, we discovered that the man under the time trapper's hood this time around was none other than an ultra-intelligent Doomsday from the future. But how did we get here? Well, for that, Doomsday takes this opportunity to regale us with his entire origin, including some stuff that wasn't canon anymore but is back to being canon now. He talks about how he was the creation of mad science, born to be the greatest weapon, dying over and over again, becoming stronger and more powerful each time before eventually being captured and sent to Earth. And from there, well, we all pretty much know the story after that, don't we? Though in a nice bit here, Joshua Williamson is also sure to invoke the events of Hunter Prey, a 3-part miniseries from '94. I'm pretty sure we all read and loved at the time. Though, oh boy, has it aged poorly, but hey, you know what? That's okay, because Joshua Williamson is actually going back and rectifying some of that stuff, but we'll deal with that in a minute. As Time Trapper Doomsday explains, after so many different rebirths, he believes that he is finally on the precipice of becoming a true god, one who can rule over all of eternity instead of destroy it. The only issue is that he's going to need Superman to kill him one more time. Naturally, Clark refuses, but Time Trapper says that Clark will end up eating those words eventually, as the darkest days of his life are just in front of him. For soon, Zod will return, Superman will lose an eye, and even though he will probably survive everything that comes next, all of his loved ones, his friends, and family will not, and on that day he will beg for Doomsday's help. Though at present it's not the future Doomsday that Superman and Superwoman need to deal with right now, it's the present day Doomsday who's running amok in Metropolis. On a good day, Doomsday is incredibly powerful. But now, after escaping the underworld, he is quite literally bathed in hellfire, meaning that Superman can't even touch him without getting hurt by the residual magic effects. Thankfully though, Clark doesn't have to deal with this problem on his own. Steelworks is sure to evacuate all of the civilians from the surrounding area before Mercy Graves and Supercorp end up dropping Project Deadbeat. What's that? Oh, it's just Rudy Jones the Parasite being literally airdropped in like a frickin' nuke to try and absorb Doomsday's power, which honestly I'm shocked it has taken them this long to give us a Parasite versus Doomsday fight. Well, in fairness, fight is actually pushing it. Superman only wants Rudy to drain Doomsday just enough so that they can lock him up without actually killing him. Especially now, as he knows that if Doomsday keeps on dying and keeps coming back stronger and stronger, eventually he'll end up just becoming the Time Trapper and starting this whole circle all over. The plan works mostly. The Parasite is able to drain Doomsday enough to make him weaker, but not enough that poor Rudy doesn't get himself ripped in half. Damn, man, that is absolutely brutal and kind of sad too. Rudy was actually making a real go at this second chance. Mercy Graves and Supercorp handle the cleanup, black bagging Doomsday to take him away for imprisonment. They even shoot him full of a bunch of Black Mercy venom to try and keep him docile. The only problem is, even these extreme measures aren't going to work forever, meaning sooner or later Doomsday is going to break out and we're going to have this same problem all over again unless Superman and the others can think of a solution, and soon. And just to really make matters worse, poor Rudy's death ended up absolutely spiking Superman's red levels. Yeah, you remember this when Farman Graff poisoned him and made him go all kill crazy there for a bit? Yeah, well, apparently the Man of Steel isn't nearly as over that affliction as we all thought. If nothing else though, Clark and Lois do get a chance to decompress after their first big fight. Lois is harsh on herself and fears that Superman is going to want to pull her out of the field. But Clark is as ever his regular supportive self, saying that he couldn't imagine another person that he would rather have at his side fighting crime, and he learned a long time ago to never underestimate Lois, even if he will always fear for her. After all, Doomsday might be the most horrifying villain that Superman has ever fought, and if he can't defeat him, well, who can? Well, after that, we end up cutting over to planet Katon, aka the planet home to those people who originally imprisoned Doomsday in the first place and put him in that trademark suit. In fact, we see one of those very same individuals suit up before claiming to end Doomsday's reign of terror no matter what it takes, even if that includes destroying the planet Earth itself. Ooh, that's rough. And so that was Superman issue number 20, and I'm happy to say I think Joshua Williamson has another real winner on his hands with this one. I feel like way too many writers revisit the whole Doomsday Death of Superman storyline, but they never really have anything of note to say or to add. Here though, Williamson once again proves to be master of the comic book continuity arts. It all happened, it's all important, and we can absolutely build on everything that came before to give us something new and cool. And yeah, this is probably the most interesting and terrifying Doomsday has been as a villain since, well, the first time he was a villain. I like that this story basically sets him up as the ultimate antithesis to Superman, who is a being of light and life, while Doomsday is a creature of cruelty, death, and entropy. And hey, isn't it funny how both Superman and Doomsday, because of the way they were born, they're basically going to live way long into the future, meaning that their battle will basically never end unless it does. A return to Katon is also pretty genius too, as that planet and their own local Superman, the Radiant, were the ones who originally defeated Doomsday in the first place and sent him to Earth, and yet there is so little actually written about them. And I'm certain a writer like Joshua Williamson has thought a lot about this and all the different ways that he could expand and grow these ideas, and I'm personally super excited to see where it goes from here. Overall, I would give this one another very positive 8 out of 10. Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow and, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.